And we're live. Hello, everyone in the world right now. Let us know how our audio is, because I haven't done this in a few weeks, and I may have, fucked things up. Might have, maybe.
Or the Windows update did.
Or the Windows update did, like it did for Jeff. It got Jeff good.
It got me also. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I am exhausted still. Thank you, Eddie, from Gen Con. But I'm alive. Yeah, let's play some DCC. We'll do character introductions and get into this shit. So, Joe, who the fuck are you playing?
I'm playing Granola Bunsen, the rutabaga farmer, with a lot of luck and no intelligence.
As it's meant to be.
Yep.
That's the kind of person that makes it far in the rutabaga world.
Yeah. I'm playing the intelligence as he's still intelligent, but he's just a little bit slow. So still going to say smart things, but he's probably going to fail all the checks.
Okay.
It's
just a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, who are you with the most interesting name?
That I'm playing the puppet of the Pitchfork, who's also being played by the Pitchfork.
Yes.
Or we're co-hosting on one character.
Yes. So to make this make a little more sense, Dan is playing a sentient pitchfork who just possesses whoever is currently holding the pitchfork. And the music just got really loud for me.
Sure did. I was really excited about the Pitchfork.
Just turn that down.
Pitchfork has.
That's when you know the drama's about to hit.
And I forgot that I spent a whole lot of stats and stuff making a familiar last time. In theory, I have a really cool familiar.
That maybe we'll make worked on.
I was going to ask if that happened.
What kind of familiar were you wanting?
I spent enough points for it to be whatever the top end one is.
I'll look that up. Well, Alex introduces himself.
Yes, it's going to take some rolling and stuff, so we can do it, assuming he survives. Maybe he doesn't.
Okay.
You never know. If I remember correctly, I'm playing Dart. Yeah. The highway bitch. Scribe/thief on the prowl.
Nice. Okay.
Check your wallet. I already got your money.
Oh, damn it.
Stuff like this the whole time.
You sound like one of Liam's friends. One of my youngest son's friends is very much, he talks like that. He's like, I'm going to rob you because I got a Glock. What are you going to do about it? Put your hands up. You're under arrest. This is my body cam because I got brutality on my mind. And I'm like, dude, you're 11.
You got really real. I don't... Yeah. This is a Tim's telephone game.
Right? What do we got next? Tyler.
Hi. Yes. I'm playing Svensson, who is a warrior with no HP.
Like a zero. He's just writing zero.
Well, 3.
Okay.
And that's at level 1. HP. You worked really hard to get that low.
I did. Dice love me so much.
Why does looking at the Find Familiar, it just says per judge.
There's a whole section way at the end of the book that's for rolling it. I don't know why it's written that way because I had to find it myself and I already forgot what page it is.
You son of a biscuit eater. Okay.
I'll find
Dragon.
John.
Yeah.
Who are you playing?
I'm playing Durin Turnup, halfling moneylender. I have huge hands and my short sword that is quite large. Bofefe. I take care of the goats, Ivanka and Jared. And I am a very smart man. Very, very smart. The smartest, some say. And I am leading this expedition to do something. What?
It's page 316, Chuck, in the book.
What did you roll?
We got over 30 because we spent a whole lot of fleeting luck, and I burned a lot of stats. And
oh snap! There's an oak and an old Jeff.
Yeah, we made sure that it was beyond whatever is reasonable.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you questions in Twitch chat, and you answer it there. We'll figure it out. Because Kofefe will slay us if we delay any longer.
And I don't want to die.
Jake, who are you playing?
Well, I'll be playing a mercenary turned squire named Mark Renari Jr. He has a sword, and he fights.
Okay.
Does he do sword things with it?
He can do so many sword things with it, but he's only got a 1 in 3 chance of actually doing those sword things with it.
Okay. Very cool. Dan, go through all those tables because I'm not going to now.
That's fun.
Because it's all just rolling tables, right?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, go through those tables. I'm not going to do it now. It's just a bunch of dice rolls. You can do this. I believe in you.
Yeah. Would you be able to?
Rolling dice.
Well, I'll just like reuse a character sheet for it, I think.
Sure. We don't need that dead meat floating around.
I might just use Dan location for it.
Okay. All right. So that's Mark. That's Durin, Sven, Dart, Pitchfork, and Granola. You all have taken on a job to escort a little nerd clear over to the nearby village, whatever you want to call it, of Darthholm. And in Darthholm, you were supposed to deliver this fungiculturalist to the chief of this joint. What's his name? Gorsick, because he is sick AF. And the dude that you're escorting, Skiv, he's going to heal him. And in exchange, Gorsick is going to give your village access to their nearby forest so they can collect wood. Because you need wood to make fire, and you all live in an underground village where there's not a lot of wood there. So, you know, that's how it works. I don't know.
It's
This
what
was
happens when
like-
somebody lets a demon eat the sun.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, Dan or Jake.
Oh no.
It was Jake.
It was Jake.
I almost escaped. Yeah.
Almost.
Just like when I killed the sun.
Yeah.
Did that too.
Topical.
So yeah, we're gonna do a little fast tracking because I had an idea and we're gonna go with it. And when I have ideas, we go with it because it doesn't happen often. So you all arrive eventually at the more so like a heavily fortified, of course. Now the dogs are barking. Hang on.
As the bugs do.
They're heavily fortified. They have guard dogs. It's very terrifying.
Yes.
Listen to these terrifying dogs.
Guard Eddies.
Terrifying. Dan, you tell us all about your familiar while my dogs are barking.
I am at like step 3 of step 1. It's an arcane familiar.
So you haven't done is what you're saying?
And I rolled horribly for his health. So he's got 4 health.
Hey, your
pretend to be
familiar has
shocked.
more health than I do.
4 health max. That's right. Max 3 is your max, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no. But
These are
the
just
benefit
a
is that I get 4 health from him having 4 health.
Oh wow.
And if he dies, I lose 8.
That hurts.
Ow.
Yeah. So like when he dies, Pitchfork dies, basically.
Well, then it's just time to give the pitchfork a new host.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll just not die though. Like hide behind me, arcane familiar.
Yeah.
Maybe the familiar will pick up the pitchfork afterwards.
That actually be kind of amusing.
I'd be willing to figure that out. So, yeah, you all arrived in Darthholm. You've been there for a few hours now. You immediately escorted Skiv to, the boss man's house. And he's gone to work. And he says, okay, now, it'll be a couple of days of work. Now children are making noise. It's so exciting. a couple of days of work. And then we'll be ready to head back home. So just hang loose. Don't get arrested. And, enjoy everything this thriving metropolis has to offer. As he looks around at, crumbling wooden shacks and, not a metropolis is what I was
It's
getting at.
incredible, said no one.
If they come to arrest me, I will simply take the fifth.
Only people who have something to hide take the fifth, though.
Right.
No.
Open. Don't look in my safe.
So, what do y'all want to do? You got a day or two? How many days I say? He says I'm going to retcon that. It's going to take 3 days. Because I like 3 days.
Can we heal up?
Yeah, I need some of that.
There is a tavern/inn you could stay at. Since you're here on an official party healing the chief, the room will be free, but the food and the drink is not. There is also a temple here in town that you could go and visit the healer if you wanted.
How much do you heal from just rest?
1 hit point a day.
Oh, no. All right.
And 1 point in
stat.
any stat that's down a day in addition to that.
Which is what I need.
I can just naturally rest up.
How many
over the 3
stats
days
are
and
you
be good.
down?
What's that?
How many stats are you down, Mr. Pitchfork?
7 stamina and 3 personality.
Oof.
You got plenty.
It's fine.
Who needs
It was
hit
worth it.
points?
No one does.
But yeah, there's heal up there. You can certainly heal up for all 3 days. That's not a problem. Like I said, the healer services, since you're all on an official mission, they'll waive the cost for that. So anyone who wants to heal, be visited by or go visit the clergy, you'll get to heal 1 hit die.
1 hit die. Okay.
Yes. So you roll your hit die. Let's see what you get. Yeah, it is a temple to Shirley. It's funny that you would know that. Because the Temple of Shirley is the only temple that survived the consumption of the sun.
Somehow this checks out.
But when you go up there and you talk to the clergy, they very much insist that their name's not Shirley. I'm sorry.
It says my hit die is a D4, but I don't think that's right.
What class are you?
It's healing.
Oh, warrior.
Oh, it's D12, I think.
Yeah. Is your character sheet not right?
D4 is the level 0 hit. I saw it, man. I've been
Yeah.
updated.
The rest of my character sheet's fine. It's just that bit wasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You make it through the first day. You get some food in you, a few coin, get a good night's rest. And the next day, evening rolls around. And this crazy, wild-eyed looking, old man, bent back, ragged furs, is telling some tall tale at the fire, but everyone is just outright dismissing him. No one wants anything to do with him. But he's talking about, yeah, I found it. The smoking green nostrils of the glacier. And we just need someone brave enough and strong enough to go in there and claim the buried treasure of the smoking green nostrils.
That
Sounds crazy.
For a portion of the treasure, I'm sure we could do this.
Oh, yeah. if you're willing to take on the task, you give me a 10% cut.
You get 10%.
Of each of your cut.
I'm okay with
Only one of us is gonna go get it then. And the rest of us are all gonna supervise.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe 10% of the entire thing then. Oh my gosh.
The same difference at the end of the day, pretty much.
It is, but still, math is terrible.
I know.
I just don't like the way you went about that.
Yeah. Seemed deceptive.
It sounded greedier than it should have been.
What's this old dude's name?
Herbert.
I am Herbert Ninninger,
Yes.
the great Arctic explorer and carouser of carcass tents.
Yes.
And I will show you all the great green nostrils in the ice. Does it sound like a good deal?
It sounds like a deal.
There you
Good.
go.
Let's go. And he hops up from the table, pulls his pants up, and walks out the front of the door.
All right.
Okay.
What bothered me was when he pulled his pants down before he sat down.
Listen, I don't want to get stains in the back of my britches. So I leave them on the
The
chair.
back of your asshole?
Oh my gosh.
On the interior of my britches.
There goes my one roll 20 d20 for the day.
That's it. Everything's going to be terrible now.
I wasted it on making a sleepy cat.
And, you know,
Important.
it's maybe midday. He's waiting outside for you all to catch up.
So I'd meet him.
Good. You all came. Now, let's go.
How far away was this from the town? Did you say?
Oh, I didn't say.
How long is this going to take us to travel up there and make it back?
Depending on how long it takes you to fully explore the smoking green nostrils of the mountain and dig out its lost treasure, you should be back by like 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow evening.
That's not too bad.
It's not far
Should have
away.
time.
People just don't like going
All
that
right.
direction. So let's go.
Why is that?
Look at you
You
and all
will
the
go?
questions. Well, it's because it's the Saber-Tooth Ice Bear's mating area.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, the Saber-Tooth Ice Bear. That is the special chunk of land they go to when it's brown chicken, brown cow time.
Is it that time?
It's always that time. That's why there's so many saber-toothed ice bears.
Sounds like less and less of an idea as we
It's
go.
fine, though. You all smell terrible.
I do not fear ice bears. I don't believe they exist. It's fine.
It's fine. Let's go. That's right. If you don't believe it, it's not true.
We'll find out soon enough.
And he starts stomping off out of town. Keeps looking
He'll
back.
follow so long as he's wearing pants.
He's wearing pants.
That's a good
All right,
start.
I'll follow along.
Sadly, getting us somewhere.
Yeah, it's a 3 or 4 hour trek through the snow. You're heading closer and closer to the mountains. Coming up, closer to sundown. Eventually, he takes you to a portion of the mountain, and you actually realize it's a large chunk of glacier. Because he points up at this giant sheer cliff, and you can very clearly see 2 circular holes, maybe 10 feet from each other. Just perfectly circular holes in the ice with like this green smoke pouring out of them. There it is, but you got to go up this giant ramp of rubble where the glacier face fell down, fell.
Is there like a smell to that smoke or anything?
It's like
smell like
going to get to the shafts. Me too, Oak. To get up to the shafts, it's like a 50-foot climb. So you're nowhere near close enough to get a whiff of what those shafts smell like.
okay.
Well, here in a second, we'll go smell the shafts then.
Let's go give that shaft a sniff.
You just gotta climb up the wall, shimmy in the tubes. And I'll wait here for you, so when you come back, I can guide you back to town and I can get my 10% cut. But don't you worry about me. I'll be just safe, because I have a secret to keep the saber-tooth ice bears from attacking me.
Yeah, it's called sending their dinner up into the rocks, but okay.
Well, that's plan B. Plan A, and he just collapses on the ground, is play dead!
All right.
Have you tested
keep that in
that?
mind.
Are we the first ones that have tried to do this for you?
Yeah, no one else would do it. They say I'm crazy.
Can't imagine why they'd have to say that.
What's the weather that's around us right now?
Blowing cold, intense wind. 40 minutes or so without your heavy fur coverings will leave you a dead dart popsicle.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm saying this openly in front of him.
But I do like popsicles.
And everybody. He's very close to dying. I just want it to be known that just everything that's happening, it's oof.
Yeah.
That's all.
She'll lead us.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Okay, yeah. Durand, yeah, you start trudging up. I mean, it's all collapsed ice rubble. It's not particularly difficult, but it is kind of slow going. It's, there's no good way to do this gracefully. Why don't all of you go and give me an intelligence test?
I'm very smart. I'm great at these.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Granola,
Someone
you're
else.
a genius.
Let me roll a D100 for that.
Rolled a 20, so I got an 18.
Oh my God.
Oh, God. Pitchfork got a
Oh,
20
a
as
20.
well.
20.
Were we doing fleeting luck last time?
We're.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That
That means we got two
2
fleeting luck.
points of luck for everyone.
We're doing okay today, guys. So far.
So Pitchfork and Dart and Granola, the three of you see this. There's a very large, shaggy looking ice boulder nearby. And as you're moving closer, all of a sudden it picks its head up and it spins around. And it is a giant saber-toothed ice bear as it roars out, "I'm a bear!" and charges in to attack. So,
My God. Did he have to yell?
yeah, it's the law.
I'm so startled. I realized that I didn't have any of the mercurial effects for my spells yet, so.
You fart. Everyone roll initiative.
No token selected.
Select
Initiative.
your token.
Hey, there's another fleeting luck.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead and take it. Dan rolled privately.
Oh, it's not supposed to be.
I didn't say no token selected.
Select your token.
Oh, and then all of our
I
fleeting
do.
luck.
Just click on the token on the map that says Joe.
Or go to the tab that's a fist.
Yeah.
Or go to the tab that's a fist. And all of your
I always
fleeting luck
prefer
is
the
gone.
fisting tab.
Me too. All that's left is Alex.
I rolled the 1, so.
Oh, you did.
Mhm.
We got 2 1s. Sweet.
Initiative value. All right. So the good news is since you all did so great on that intelligence test, it does not get a surprise round against you.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
So Sven, this giant, angry-looking, saber-toothed ice bear is charging at you.
Yes. I'm going to try and trip it up with an attack.
Okay.
What?
I'm not going to trip it up with an attack.
No, you're not.
Where's my fucking weapons? There they are. But I'm just going to try and cave its skull in.
Okay.
Just do it.
I did
18
that
to
right?
hit. 6 damage. Not bad. That does hit. And you deal some damage. Okay. It is the bear's turn. And sadly, Sven just closed up on it.
That's okay. It's been
As
fun, everybody.
It runs in with its giant saber-toothed maw open and bites at you.
Yeah, that hits.
5 damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You are down.
Ooh.
Mark, you're up. You just saw this thing drop. Sven.
Oh boy. Well, I'm going to try to swipe at its legs to hopefully get it down on the ground.
Sure.
So I will roll my D die.
Your deed goes off.
Hey.
If this works, you'll knock it prone.
But
it doesn't. Durand.
For Kofefe and Denmarker. Let's see.
Holy moly.
Why are
Ooh.
you swinging with the... Oh, because you're a... Yes, that's...
Two
fine.
weapon.
Yeah, that's a critical hit. So yeah, initially you do 5 damage.
And a D8.
Give me that D8 for crit.
Crit.
Okay.
I'll still take it. And then hand axe. Probably no.
10 is a miss. But that first hit, that was good.
Yeah.
Granola.
Kofefe strikes true.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll just stab at it with my spear.
You can do it. I believe in you. Your D die does not pop off.
Okay.
Ooh, those are shiny dice.
The 11 is a miss.
11 is miss. Okay. Does that include? Okay, it does. Yeah. All right, and we only get one
Yeah.
action,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Pitchfork.
I get to try some of my fancy magic cap.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I was just gonna use force manipulation.
Okay.
See what happens. Well, I get to do something different with it. Let's see if I can just do it in the table. I can change it. I get to cast it at a higher die size automatically.
Ooh.
Because of your friend.
No, just because the mercurial effect. So I guess I just got to roll it by hand. It's a D24. It's a step up, right?
Yeah. It's still private, Dan. Right click on that thing. You should be able to do
that's-
show to everyone.
Yes, indeed. Reveal to everyone.
All right. You got a 16 on your table. What does that get you?
What that do? Force manipulation. That's a floating platform, but that's not what I want, I don't think.
Probably not.
So let's just do the throwing a thing,
Sure.
An apple.
which I think we just did an agility test for last
Yeah.
time. Does a 12 hit?
It doesn't. Do you want to
I
spend a point
did,
of luck?
guys. I did magic.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can't recover my luck.
You cannot. Dart. Save the day.
I'm just gonna go for an attack.
Nice.
18 is a hit. 3 damage is not enough to drop this thing.
Jeez. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? My son is having a meltdown. I don't know if he's coming through, but he is very unhappy. Okay, so Sven's down. We go to the Saber-Tooth Bear. And now I'm just going to roll to see who I'm going after.
Maybe I should have made the floating discs so I could
It's Joe.
fuck right off. I think it's me.
No, according to the... Yes, it is you, according to the overlay. Good job, Dan.
Yes.
We're gonna need.
Does an 11 hit?
It doesn't actually.
Okay.
We don't need a new Dan just yet.
Not yet. Mark, save the day.
Again, I'm going to try and trip it down with this swipe.
Nope.
And that won't happen.
Oh,
Will the attack hit? No, it will not.
Durin, please let Kofefe save us.
please.
No,
No. What about Denmarker?
no.
I'll spend a point of luck on that and give myself a 14. Will that hit?
A 14 will indeed hit. 5 points of damage slays this thing.
Oh, thank God.
As
Someone
it
else did it.
collapses at the feet of Durin, slain by Denmarker. So if you all want to flip Sven's body,
Yes.
that means Sven, you need to give me a luck test.
Luck test. Ooh, roll under, right?
Roll under.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Sven, you are alive.
I was playing that really good.
You are doing an amazing job of playing dead. The problem is you now have some penalties.
Ooh.
Pierced heart.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that.
That in one turn.
Let's see. You can make a luck check.
I did a little too good.
You move to 1 hit point.
Yep.
For the next hour, you got a -4 penalty to all rolls.
Okay.
And you take a -1 penalty to strength, agility, or stamina. So let's roll. I'm going to roll a D3. 1 is strength, 2 is agility, 3 is stamina.
Agility.
Agility. So your agility is permanently reduced by 1.
Permanently?
Yes.
All right. Well, that means I go down 1 AC.
Okay. As you now slayed this bear, you're able to move up to the base of this cliff. As you peer up, 50 feet above you is... Hello, Pitchfork.
Whoa.
There's so many things happening on the screen right now.
What the fuck?
Apparently, one of my... This is the spell I got from my familiar. I rolled a 100 on the Mercurial effect, which says to roll 40 20s twice. So I assume that means I get 2 effects from it. I don't know.
I have no idea. Translate it to your best ability, and I'm happy with it.
Yes. Roll again twice, it says. So
That works.
Okay.
it doesn't say pick the better of 2 or anything.
I think you just get it all then.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
that's pretty cool.
So yeah. You 50 feet below these smoking green nostrils. What do you want to do?
Oh, no.
What'd you
All right,
get?
that'll be... one of them, I get to add a D20 because I have 2 luck, and one of them turns into 69, of course.
Nice.
But I turn into a skeletal caster when I use the spell.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
You turn back into a flesh and bone after casting?
1d4 rounds. Eventually.
That's not bad.
Not too bad. I also get +2 AC
Nice.
for some reason.
Skeletons are tough.
I guess. I'll have to remember that. Skeletons are tougher than they appear.
Yeah, what do you want
Unless
to do?
they're inside your body.
So we're still 50 feet below.
Yeah, this was just climbing up the slope.
Oh God.
I happen to have 50 feet of rope.
Do you have a grappling hook?
No.
All right, we got a grappling hook. The old man playing dead behind you yells out.
We just killed a saber-tooth bear, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I break off its saber teeth and use those as like...
Absolutely, you can.
Things?
Yes.
Ooh.
Go ahead. If you want to just try and brute strength, climb up with these saber-tooth teeth. You'll give me a strength test
Hell yeah.
+2.
Okay.
One for each tooth.
You do it?
Sure. This in the Call of Duty game.
17.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
I'm gonna tie the rope to your belt as you start going up.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Well, you can go with that. And soon enough, Granola's up there with 50 feet of rope, and you all can easily climb up into the nostrils. The question I have, the left or the right?
Yes.
Are they like perfectly symmetrical?
Yes.
Do they have the same amount of smoke coming out of them, or is like one a little more congested than the other one?
They both have the same amount.
Left.
Always.
Gotta go
yeah.
left then, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go left.
The answer is obvious. What was I even thinking?
I don't know, man.
Apparently, also, the last effect I got is I can cast a spell completely and entirely silently, so I can just randomly like turn into a skeleton with
That's
no one
cool.
knowing why.
That's cool.
God, that'd be terrifying.
Skeleton on. Woo!
That's called flesh
Doesn't
off,
even-
flesh on.
Oh, there it
I'm
is.
more curious what spell it's actually linked to.
Comprehend languages.
I'm pretty sure is the same all around the world.
Hold on, guys. I think I can figure this one out. Skeleton
Stand
mode.
back.
Flesh off.
But all my flesh is in the way.
Yeah.
Get me off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
So yeah, these whiffs of green smoke waft from these circular openings. Each hole's about 5 feet in diameter and extends deep into the surrounding ice. Yeah, they're completely lined with this blue-gray material resembling kind of like fired clay. What do you want to do?
Guess it's probably.
What does the smoke smell like? Like, is it?
Yeah, the smoke. It's got a
Hang.
no, it's really just kind of
Smells like
like
watermelon.
a watery kind of like steam. Not a real scent
Okay.
to it. It's
Is it
very
moist?
It's
warm.
more like seems more like it's vapor than it is
Yeah.
like actual
Yeah,
smoke. Okay.
It's not wildly offensive to our faces.
it is not. No,
It hasn't melted anyone's flesh off.
no.
Not yet.
Well, I think Granola has to kind of go first because
this was my opportunity. I should have walked in there and cast comprehend languages and been like, ah!
I'm just messing.
That's great. Yeah. So Granola, are you leading the way?
Sure.
Yeah. What you're human?
Yeah. Is it like dark in here? Are there any lights or
It
anything?
is dark
Or-
in here. Yes, and like I said, it's 5 feet in diameter, so you're probably hunched over or crawling on all fours.
Okay. Yeah. I'll ask that whoever's like behind me has their lantern, and then that way I can use my hands to use my spear.
I don't have a lantern. I can see fine.
We'll let the pitchfork carry it. And by that, I mean like the pitchfork will be on my back and then the lantern will be hanging on it out in front of me.
It's genius.
You're all crawling. I'm just walking down.
There's no way
Yeah.
that anything will go wrong because of this.
No.
No.
How could it?
As we all die in a blazing inferno in a tiny hallway.
Do I hear anything like down the tunnel?
Give me an intelligence test.
A 1.
Yeah, no, it's quiet.
Non-natural. All right.
So yeah,
Seems safe. Is it like sloped or flat or like?
it's like flat.
You didn't say there was
Okay.
treasure in here, right?
That's what he alluded to.
That's what he alleges.
Y'all didn't ask very many questions.
I mean, where's the fun in that?
True.
I'm so smart, I didn't need to ask questions.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep crawling until I hear or see anything.
Sure. It's like 20 minutes. The air is growing warmer as you keep moving down this strange tunnel. And soon you realize like you're sweating. It's getting so hot in here. But up ahead, you can see there's a shaft of light pouring into the tunnel, and it appears to be coming from a small opening in the tunnel's wall. Now, as you approach, you can kind of see that the side passage, there's the side passage running off at a distance. And kind of through the hazy green vapor, you can see that there's light shining from its far end.
Which way is the side passage?
Left.
Oh, man.
I head down the left side passage.
You have to go down the left side passage.
Yeah.
Is it
Eventually,
still like the same diameter, or is it like open?
still
up?
the same diameter, like 5 feet.
Okay.
But eventually, the side passage, like 30 feet down, you come to this like 3-foot square hole covered with this mesh of like metal. And beyond kind of this grate, you can look in and you see this mist-filled chamber. You can't really make out the dimensions of it or what's inside. This mist is just so thick. Yeah. But somewhere in here, it's light. Looks like it's coming from overhead inside this mist-filled room.
Interesting. Like anything going on in there other than mist?
It's hard to see. Like I said, it's very, clouded with
Can
this mist.
you open the thing?
It's the
Yeah, how's this grate like fastened? Because the walls are like ice or snow, right?
They're this like bluish clay fired kind of stuff. It's not
right.
snow, not ice. It feels kind of like rough, porous, kind of like you would expect from like clay.
Okay.
I
Yeah, is
Pull
the
up
grate
my-
like really fastened in there? Or
Well, you'd have to ask. Are you still up front?
yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because I think
yeah.
Durin was going to do something as
Yeah.
well.
Durin's gonna pull out his hand axe and start like he won't use the blade, but he'll like start hammering away at it.
You
with his
move past
hand axe.
Granola and you swing hard, and the grate just pops off.
You're a champion.
I have great strength with my huge hands.
Now what?
I stride in.
Oh yeah, you easily hop in.
Did the passage like continue past this grate as well,
No.
or that's like where this ended?
So there was the way that was going straight,
Mhm.
but
And this is like a little side passage that
yeah.
ended in the metal grate.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you hop in. Looking around, this chamber's super hot, filled with this green vapor. You can hardly see like 10 feet in front of you, but there's all these strange kind of like bulky, boxy shapes, covered in these blinking lights of all different colors. They kind of stick out of the fog around you as you move a little further in. Now the walls are constructed of this smooth, kind of like interlocking, like white plates. And this strange diffuse light shines from above, emitted from squares set in like a grid across the ceiling.
Is there any other way
What's
out of
down
that
there?
room?
You need us to pull you back up, or should we come down after you?
Yeah, you can come in here. There appears to be lights of some kind, perhaps something valuable, and I'm just gonna like start bashing at things that are lighting up.
Give me a luck test.
Okay.
Okay. Everything's fine.
Are we throwing the old man down there? What's going on?
He's outside playing dead.
That's what I'm saying. Are we throwing him down there?
Nah.
Durin's
That's
moving
hard
around
work.
there with no trouble. Durin, what's your luck modifier?
0.
Okay, just give me a D5.
I got a 1.
Oh, God. Give me a fortitude save.
Woohoo!
Somebody's about to die.
I got 8.
Okay. Cool. I didn't think this was going to come up, but it sure did.
Sweet.
Yes, it did. Oh, God. Give me a D20 roll.
This is going well.
It's going amazing.
Right back.
Yeah.
7.
How tall were you?
It was probably like 2.5 to like 3 foot.
So that's what, 20, 30 to like 40 some odd inches.
Yeah, about there.
We'll call it, just for math's sake, we'll say that you were 37 inches tall.
Okay.
And now you're 20 inches tall. As immediately you hit it, like this wave of energy rolls out and you shrink.
Boy, eventually we're going to be able to. You can ride my cat.
I just came back to Parnell.
Just keep on hitting
Ride
until
my
you fall out.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it.
You shrunk down to 20 inches.
Why
not
20
just-
inches?
Because he rolled randomly and we decided 37 inches. And now he's 20 inches.
Okay.
It's fine. It just makes my hands huger.
It does. Strangely, your hands didn't change in size.
Gonna say the same thing. Hands stay the same. Everything else right.
Yeah. But as you do that, you're kind of realizing that things look a little bigger than they did before, and the rest of you saw this. Now, Durin,
What happened to him? Like, was it like a magic? What did we see
Smashed
Uh,
happen
something.
to him?
like it was like a very strange looking like explosion with like ripples of heat, but it didn't seem to hurt him. It just shrank him.
Did the thing he hit appear to be damaged, or
Yeah,
it
not
just
all the
did-
lights are blinking anymore, and you can kind of tell there's a little bit of smoke coming out of that thing now.
Oh, okay. So don't break the glowy things. Probably, maybe,
Seems all right.
maybe do. Go hit some more. We'll watch.
Is that grate like still attached to the wall?
No,
Did
it
just like
fell
slide
down.
to the
It's
side?
on
or
the
did it
ground.
completely fall off? Okay.
Yeah, it completely fell off. Now, Durin, as you kind of look around the room, you do see that kind of away from all these weird contraptions, there's this like 15-foot diameter circular pillar running from like floor to ceiling. It's made out of the same kind of bright white material of like the floors. And on one side of the pillars, there's this narrow opening, like 6 inches, starts at the ground and goes like 7 feet up. You see that it's dark inside, whatever this is. And there's a small, kind of shallow circular indentation kind of next to this 6-inch wide opening on the surface of this pillar.
First thing I'm going to do, since I have some degree of like dark vision or infravision, I'm going to try to look in the crack.
Yeah,
See
you do.
anything in
Just
there?
seems like an empty tunnel or empty tube. And you kind of look and it just goes up.
I'm gonna put my hand by the circular indentation, see if that does anything.
Nothing.
Press on it.
Yeah, nothing.
Slap it.
Nothing.
Call it dirty horror.
Yeah, it says, oh,
Still
daddy,
nothing. Okay.
nothing.
All right. There appears to be a useless pillar.
Now, Durin calls
So-
you all over.
If we go in there, like, can we come back out the way we came in?
What do you mean? Into the room? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there another way out of this room?
Doesn't
or is
seem
this
to be. No.
that's peculiar?
So there's like blinking lights everywhere. Can I like poke one of the lights? Does it
Sure.
seem to be like a button or anything?
Yeah, give me a luck check. Luck check.
Sweet.
You start poking. Yeah, it's like a button, but nothing happens.
Does it make a sound or anything?
No. Like nothing happens.
In different colors?
Yeah, buttons of every color, lights of every color, all over this place.
Maybe this is
I wanna
that
look around.
they called disco.
Ooh.
Is there any place that looks like people sized? Like I'm looking for like a helm of a ship or something like that.
Give me an intelligence test.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not finding anything
12.
like that. No.
So there's nothing in here but seemingly useless buttons and pillars.
And this one pillar that's got this crack in it goes into darkness.
Perfectly straight.
Yeah, very straight lines, very crisp, precise. Comes to perfect corners.
And it goes up
What do
through.
you mean
the
by it goes into darkness?
So, looking at the exterior of this tube, there's a 6-inch wide gap that starts at the floor and goes 7 feet up. As Durin looked inside, he could see that the interior of this is hollow, so it's a tube, and there's nothing in there, but it does extend up past the ceiling beyond line of sight.
And it
Is
stops
there a way
on
to,
this.
like, open the tube?
How big is the tube?
Like
big
15
around?
feet wide. Like
Oh, okay.
diameter.
It's a big.
Oh,
tube.
like we could go in the tube.
Yeah.
I think we should go in the tube then.
You first.
All right, I'll go in
Open
the
it a
tube.
bit more.
Are there any blinking lights or anything around the tube?
No, just this circular indent next to the door that Durin slapped and talked at and poked, and nothing happened.
Our caveman minds are not smart enough for
Circular
this.
indent?
Yeah.
I'm going
Now-
to try to open the tube with my brute strength.
That'll help.
Yeah, the two of you go in, each of you grab a side and start pulling it. And very easily it just slides open into like the 7-foot tall doorway. And you could easily step into the tube.
There's no way that this could go wrong.
I step into the tube.
Immediately as Durin steps in the tube, Durin, you start floating and float up into the darkness.
Hi, Durin.
I'm gonna wait to see if there's screaming or anything for a little bit.
You give it
Do you
I'll
have the
follow
50-foot rope?
yeah, a few minutes, a few seconds go by, no swinging. In fact, Durin, you're doing great.
That
Have you
is so good.
stopped?
Great for my lower back, my bone spurs.
Let us know if you stop or die.
I'll
Guess I'll go in
try.
after. Is there anything to tie the rope to at the bottom?
Well, the rope was left at the entrance, so you would have a way to climb down.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
rope's how we get in.
Does anyone else have a rope?
I think I do.
Okay.
can
Yeah,
get
there would be
prepared for
something you
adventure.
could probably tie the rope to.
Okay. I'll hold on to it and see if it's long enough to.
Just
So,
throw it in
so-
the room, and does it start going up also?
Well, as soon as like you tie it and you like, are you having? Is anyone like actually tossing the rope into the thing?
I was going to tie it around my waist and see if I can like control which direction I move.
So yeah, you tie it around your waist. You step in and you start floating up as well. And no, like you're just going straight up along like where you entered the tube.
Okay. I'll untie it from my waist and just hold on to it and see if it's long enough to be useful.
Okay. So Durin, eventually you reach the top of this tube. And it very slowly and gracefully just stops. And you're now inside this tube. And you see that what looks like the interior of like that doorway you just opened up. But in the center of it is this square, like 5-inch, like brass, metallic kind of like just little square, like little raised piece of metal, like flat to it. Yeah, you reach out, you give it a poke, and immediately that door slides open. And you see inside that this space kind of beyond this doorway is this like, it's just filled with plants. Like all of these like very luscious kind of plants, leafy fronds and tendrils that kind of spill and snake all over the walls, and looks like there's like beds of some kind in here covered in plants. The air is very warm and humid, but not as hot as it was down below. And there's this like very like floral fragrance coming out of it. And you kind of look in this like 50-foot wide angular room, and there is a doorway you see on the opposite side set into the wall. And then you would then come up after him, Granola, to see the same thing.
Okay.
We should maybe get the others.
Yeah, I'll call down and say like there's another room up here. It seems safe.
All right.
Plants are fun, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Probably most
potentially
plants
edible.
any of us have seen in a long time.
Yeah. It would be, yes, very much so. As you all make it up and you step out of this tube, and as soon as you like go to step out of the tube, like you reconnect with the ground very smoothly, and you're now walking again in this room full of plants.
Well, guys, we're doing great at something so far. Don't know what it is.
I'll look to see if there's anything edible in here that isn't a mushroom.
Sure.
Are any of these
How are
plants
you-
familiar?
How are you checking to see if there's anything edible in here?
Like if it's a bright growth on a plant, I'll try to eat it.
Sure. Having no experience with living plants in your lifetime, go ahead and give me a luck test.
Oh boy.
I'm doing much the same.
Everyone who's eating plants, give me a luck test.
Oh yeah.
I'm all right.
I'm going to watch everybody eat plants.
I feel like that's the appropriate thing to do.
So it looks like Sven.
Yeah, I failed.
Yeah. Those of you who passed, you do find plants edible, delicious, except for Sven. Sven, you need to give me a fortitude save.
Okay. -4 to this
Non-edible
check-
plants. So
check, right?
-4.
Is Tyler the first RPG player to die at a tabletop game due to dysentery?
Yeah, might be.
Might be.
6. That's a 6 then.
This is great.
Might
Absolutely
just be
great.
diarrhea.
you think you eat the plant, but the plant eats you.
Oh, snap. It's Dave coming in from Scotland.
Oh, nice.
It's been forever, man. How's it going? Tyler, you take 9 points of damage as this
Oh my
plant
God.
is very
Fucking called
poisonous.
it. Fucking called it.
I like to think he's just allergic to it.
It's just a bunch of beans, and his body wasn't ready for that kind of fiber.
Right?
He just has a really bad nut allergy.
So does someone want to flip Sven's body again?
Sure.
Sven,
Is this
another luck test.
Hey,
I will let you move up to 2 hit points, but your fortitude is reduced by 1 permanently.
2 hit points.
that's the nat 20 of luck, so
Yeah, everyone take a luck point. It is.
Fortitude then is -1 now.
That should hurt your hit points.
I think 3 might be my maximum hit points now.
Yeah.
Because you would have
Or
had
2.
by your stamina, are you reducing his
Sorry.
I'm sorry, it would have been stamina, yes.
No, it doesn't actually. I'm still -1.
Okay. Well, good. Good. As Sven throws up everywhere, collapses, you all pull him out of his pool of vomit.
good job, Sven?
I'm not eating anything else this time.
Think. Was that a good job? I don't know.
It wasn't, honestly.
Do I get credit for trying?
You get respect of Kofefe.
Did it only hurt him as he ate the plant?
He ate the
Or as he
plant,
touched it?
and a few moments later, down he went.
I want to like pick as many of those as I can like fit in my bag. And just
Sure.
hold on
There's
to
a
them.
door.
Oh. And nah, he had it ingested. It doesn't matter. You're good.
Yeah, Joe, Gorilla, give me a 2d3.
Yeah.
Look at all these plants we found, people.
You find 5 of these plants, and you gather them.
Okay.
Gotta feed them to everyone.
Don't go to the surface. It's terrible poison.
They might come in handy.
It's a funny joke, everybody. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Look
you
at
coat
this
yourself with those when the
that we
ice
found.
bear comes to eat you.
But yeah, Durin, you keep pointing out that there's this door.
Door.
There's a door?
And you can see in the center of this door is another one of those like brass plates that you push to open the elevator.
Oh,
Oh.
I'll walk over and press.
Oh, we know how those work. We're great at this.
And it's probably as Durin is moving towards this door that the door to the elevator closes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Durin, you move up, you push it, and the door slides open. You look inside. It's a 30-foot square room. It shines under these kind of bizarre glowing panels overhead. But there's patches of ice and puddles of slush covering the entire floor. Hang on a second. Bought a house, setting a wedding date. That is fantastic, man. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, patches of ice, puddles of slush. Now there's 4 hallways, so one in each door. Think of these like the cardinal directions. There's one on the north, one directly across from you on the west, one to the south, and you're standing in the east door. But kind of looking towards the southwest, the corner of this squared room is kind of cut off, and you can see that there's a door there as well, but it's kind of rounded like the lift tube door behind you. So in this room, there's 4 ways to go, excluding the one that you're coming out of now.
Perfect. We'll never get this wrong, guys.
Never. What do you want to do?
I've never been lost in my life. I guess let's take the door to the left.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
like
think
it. So that would
sounds
be
good.
moving towards the south. Yeah, I was at Gen Con, Dave. It was pretty good. Busy, but good. Yeah, as you move up, now, as you move into this square room with these strange lights, and you can look and you can see that actually the door to the north is cracked open a little bit, and there's like snow and like wind blowing out of it. The door to the south looks like it's got water kind of like actively leaking out from underneath of it. And so, yeah, if you turn towards the left, you'll be facing the door to the south, which has the water kind of leaking out of it.
That's just Captain Planet.
Yeah.
The water one worries me.
Okay, go to the door to the south.
Are you going to the door to the south?
I am.
And we committed to going left already, so.
You move up to the door to the south. And, yeah, it doesn't seem to be any way to open it, but there is another one of those strange little circular indents in the wall next to the door.
Love the circular indent.
Nothing happens. Kind of like you step back and you look and you can see all of the doors in this room have these circular indents next to the door, including the elevator, which looked like not the elevator, the lifty tube, which looks like the same indent of the lifty tube that was down below.
So if we stick our hands in it and things like that, do we see anything in there?
Nothing. Well, it's not very deep. It's maybe like half an inch deep, just like a divot, like a divot in the wall. And yeah, you slap it, put your hand in it, lick it, nothing happens.
Okay.
How big is it in comparison to the bronze plate?
It's smaller than the plate. Now, looking around, you can see that the door to the north is slightly ajar, and there is all that snow and stuff blowing out of it.
I guess that means we've got to go to the left and to the left again, guys.
It'd be crazy if that door was fully ajar.
No, it's just a little bit of a jar.
Yeah.
Was it a jar though? It's a door.
The question is it half empty or half full?
Yes. You're muted, Jake.
Well, what I said wasn't important anyway.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
I guess we're going north.
Okay. You move up to the north.
I don't think we can literally go anywhere else.
I don't think you
I
can.
brace for like a flood of water to come do that thing.
Now, this is the door that's open with the snow and wind blowing through it.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Never mind. The door I liked.
Yeah. So what's the plan at this door?
Someone braver than me should open the door.
I will peer out through the crack.
You can see it's light. Well, there's light inside here. You can see that this room is packed snow and ice. And it kind of culminates. You can see there's this big mound kind of in the center of the room. And as you look up, you can see there's this giant like crack in the ceiling of this room. And you can kind of see what looks like the glacier ice and some light filtering down from above. But peering through the crack, that's all you really see.
Should be okay. Is it open like just a crack?
It may be 4 or 5 inches.
Nice size crack.
Mm-hmm.
Someone want to try to get this open?
Sure.
How about getting that crack?
Yeah, as Mark, you go and you get up all in that crack. A little bit of effort, but the door eventually slides open. And yeah, you can all see that yeah, every surface of this room is just covered in frost, drifts of snow, this blue lights kind of filtering down from this giant crack in the ceiling. Crack, and I mean crack as in like large enough that you could all probably move easily into it. It's big.
Are there any blinking lights in here or anything?
You don't, but after the door has been thrown open, all of a sudden, a towering white beast kind of leaps up out of the snow and charges in to attack.
Does it declare its nature?
As it screams out, "I'm a Yeti!" A surprise attack.
But legally distinct from an
Like we're
actual
fighting
Yeti.
Pokemon.
You are. All right, let me get the initiative track up. Yep, roll initiative, everyone.
Oh,
The Yeti got a 17, so you all need to do better than that.
that's not
Oh,
possible.
some of you are. Good job.
I don't know how to subtract a 4 from that, but you need to subtract a 4 from what I just
I
rolled.
did 1 point better than last time, guys.
Steadily increasing. That's,
Yep.
you know,
Okay.
Someday, get to an
Durin,
8.
You're up.
all right. It is time for Kofefe and Denmarker.
15's a hit, 5 damage. That's good.
Nice.
14 is a hit, another 5 damage. Very strong opening attack from Durin. Granola.
All right, I'll follow suit. Stab at it with my cultivator.
Does not pop
2.
off your deed die.
That's fine.
And 11 is a miss.
All right. Actually, would a 13 be a hit?
A 13 would be a hit.
Yeah, I'll burn my 2 fleeting luck.
Sure thing. And then 7 damage as you run in with your cultivator and you just impale this Yeti, killing it.
Hey.
All right.
Oh,
Nice and easy.
good work, everyone.
But yeah, kind of like as combat resolves, you killed this thing quickly. You see there's mounds of shattered ice and piles of snow filling this room in several places. It looks like there's broken remains of furnishings kind of protruding out from this avalanche of snow that looks like was coming down from this big hole in the ceiling. Kind of give you the feeling that maybe this was some kind of like living area at some point. Everything those like just entombed in ice and snow, and the pile of icy debris, it, like I said, comes up at its highest peak right under this opening in the ceiling. But near one wall, there's another one of these large pillars with that you were familiar with, and it's covered in snow. And there's also you see a small wooden box that's half buried in the snow in one of the corners of the room.
I'll take a look at the box.
Sure.
Oh,
Takes you a few moments to kind of wrench it free of the ice. Doesn't seem to have any locks or anything on it. It just looks like you could easily open it.
Open it.
Yeah, inside there is a 3-inch diameter metal disc with 5 flexible tentacle looking things coming off of it. Kind of looks like a weird skinny starfish.
Does it look like it would fit in those indents that we saw?
Kind of does, yeah.
There's an indent on this pillar, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it over and
So you
I'll put tentacle side towards the indent.
Okay. So you take the weird starfish out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you touch it, all of a sudden it like centers itself in the palm of your hand, and these tentacles wrap around your hand and wrist like a very cool looking 80s, cocaine party glove.
neat.
And it's just,
I
it
think-
doesn't hurt, doesn't like you still got full movement, but now you just got this metal disc in the palm of your hand. For you, it's probably very large in the palm of your hand, but it's not going to impede anything. But
Luckily, I have huge hands.
It will take a few minutes to get this tube kind of dug out enough to get to the door and where the indent is. Do you all want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to see if there's anything that I can take off the corpse of the Yeti too.
Claws,
Something, like,
fangs,
valuable.
fur.
8.
What do you want to take?
I'll do claws.
Sure, that's easy enough.
Be
You
the
just
easiest to transport.
snap off the tips of the fingers and you got some Yeti claws. But eventually you dig out this tube and you move up and you put your hand up against this indent and the door to it just slides open and you can see it's a tube descending down into the darkness.
Found a way back.
Maybe we'll put something. Are there like any random objects in this room, or
Big chunks of ice and stuff.
just pick one up and put it
Drop
in the
something
room?
in it. Yeah.
You
See what it do.
put it in there and it just drops like a rock.
I was hoping it would float gently down there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot of doors back there that we can check first.
There are a lot of doors, but can you? Did you already touched it, right?
He did. That's how it opened. Yeah.
When we floated, did it feel like there was like wind blowing on us, or did
No.
it just feel like
You were just
magically levitating?
floating. Yeah. No wind. Just it happened.
Okay.
We didn't try putting any. Well, did the rope float on its own or not?
Yeah.
It did. Okay. So this doesn't appear to be working like I hoped it would.
You want me to? I can test it.
I don't want to test it.
And we can tie a rope around your waist and
No.
No, there's
Maybe
other
something.
places we can go first.
Okay. So yeah, if you move back to this square room, your options are south, southwest to another one of these tubes, or west.
I always go with southwest.
Yeah.
Then ad, you said?
Sponsored by.
If you have Durin touch his hand to the indent next to the, the southwest little corner door, it opens up to another tube that rises up into the darkness above you.
Interesting.
Is it lit up?
It's still dark inside.
So if we drop a little thing in there, does it go anywhere?
If you throw a chunk of ice in there, it starts to slowly float up.
All right, so this one's on. But we don't have any way to come back down yet.
I'm going to go to the door to the west.
Okay.
The water room or the unknown room?
No, we'll save the water room for last.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
west, the east.
Water level's always the worst.
Yeah, you move up, you touch your hand to the door, to the indent on the door to the west. Opens up burnished metal countertops, tables, chairs, all occupy this angled room, indicating it maybe once served like food, along with like an eating area. There's several compartments with small doors that are set up on high on the walls that surround the kind of cooking area.
Maybe we could see if there's some food.
If you want to look for food, you can give me an intelligence test.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, granola doesn't find any. Nope, there it is. Oh God, that is a critical failure. If we had any fleeting luck, everyone loses it.
it's gone.
I'm glad I spent mine.
Dart, yeah, you don't find any food.
Let's all try and find something.
Everyone
Yeah,
this is
loses fleeting luck.
What's inside of
I found
Intelligence.
the rat poison.
God, you're all doing. Oh, there we go.
I had
Sven
a
saving the
12.
day,
Rolled up.
and Mark.
That was
Oh, that was a luck check.
unfortunately.
That was the wrong kind of check.
That's 18
But
still.
still,
Yeah.
an 18. I'll give it to, that would have been a because you rolled an 18, that would have been
17 for me.
17. So 16 and 17. Looking around Mark and Sven, you find this very odd box sitting on one of the counters. And you're kind of looking around it, and you push this big rectangular button on the front of it, and the door just swings open. And it's got kind of like this weird kind of burnt meat smell kind of going on inside of it. You kind of close the door, push a few other buttons. There's this odd like vibrating noise, and then the door pops open, and you can see inside there's just this mound of orange like goo, like neon orange slime.
Unpleasant.
It certainly smells unpleasant.
Yeah, I won't be eating that.
Sven?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I learned my lesson with the plants.
Not
would like
even
to
just
think.
a little taste.
Nibble? Just a quick little nibble?
No.
I mean, all of you would see it at this point and smell it.
So you gonna take a nibble? Huh?
No, I don't want it. You can have it.
Yeah, looking around, you don't really see anything else in this room.
Well,
I think the south
I'm done with
doors.
this room.
South door.
yeah.
How bad could it be?
So
Oh.
you move up, touch the little indent, the door slides open. This is a large kind of angular chamber that's covered in this sopping wet carpet. Shards of broken glass and the dead bodies of strange fish kind of litter the ground. Near the, and it's by like the east wall, so to your left. Oh, good. Near the west wall, there's this large pillar bearing same thing, one of these tubes. Let me double check that. Make sure I'm saying the right words. There is. There's 3 large statues standing at aesthetically pleasing locations throughout the room. Someone's done some feng shui. Now, everything really kind of pales in comparison to the monstrously huge reptilian beast that stands atop a glowing platform in the middle of the room. And although its titanic jaws are open as if in the midst of a roar or something, it's totally motionless. Like, you don't even see it breathing.
Does it look like it's made out of stone?
No.
So
Or it's
it's
just
just frozen.
I dare you to go touch it.
It's just standing there on this platform.
I dare you to go touch it.
Menacingly.
Is there like a way to get up to the platform?
Yeah, you could climb up on the platform. That's not a problem.
I have a better idea. I'm going to head back north and make a snowball. Throw a snowball at the lizard.
You go make a snowball, you throw a snowball at the lizard, and you chuck it at the lizard, and it just slaps against the lizard's snout and just sticks there.
Okay, I think we're good.
Is the lizard wearing any like clothing? Do they have tools, anything like that?
This looks like a big ass dinosaur.
and it's meaty.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it could leap off this thing at any moment, but it's not moving, not breathing, didn't react in the slightest to the snowball.
I'll go
Terrifying.
up and
Platform and
see
just
if I
touch
can
it.
tell if it's frozen or not.
Hang on a second. We got 2 of you going. I heard Durin say you're going to climb up on the platform and touch it. Granola, what were you doing?
I wanted to like study it closer and see if I could tell if it was like frozen or something.
You
See why it's not moving.
can give me an intelligence test, but this is some weird shit, so I'm going to have to say you're going to need to give me the skill test using a D10 as an untrained
Oh, okay.
skill.
Let me roll it as a D10.
Now,
So I see that they're gonna go up there and start fucking with shit. Is there if I do a action real quick?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to hide in the shadows.
Sure, go ahead and roll that for me.
I got a -1.
That sounds great.
That makes me angry.
Dart, you're hiding like in the lap of one of these statues, trying to blend in with it. You're doing a terrible job. As you're all watching Durand climb up on this platform, and as soon as he stands up on this platform, Durand stops moving.
Oh.
Just finger out,
Hang on. I got an idea.
doing a Jeremy. Just
I'm going to go back to the north. Going
Yeah.
back to the north.
Yeah,
Getting a snowball.
you do.
Going to throw it at Durand.
No reaction, just sticks to him.
Oh, this is the
Okay.
best.
I think he's doomed.
Hmm.
You still have that rope?
Yeah, do we still have the rope?
We left it tied in the elevator, I think.
You did. You left one rope at the front entrance and the other one tied in that elevator. Now, if you're thinking about ropes, you could probably go grab a vine out of that plant room.
That is
How
true.
hard was it to climb the platform? Like,
No, it's pretty easy. It's only like 2 or 3 feet up.
Oh, man. So it must have been
Okay.
hard for him.
if it's only like 2 or 3 feet, then can I like grab him without standing on the platform?
Sure, yeah. And as soon as you reach up, you grab the back of his shirt, and all of a sudden, Granola stops moving.
Damn it.
You also got on the platform, or
Yeah.
He didn't.
So yeah, we're
Alex?
sorry, I
why
missed.
didn't we make
how,
why didn't we make the old man come down here with us?
I missed how Granola got stuck. I'm sorry.
He grabbed the back of
He's
Durand.
touching somebody on the platform.
Are there any buttons on the platform or near the platform?
Give me an intelligence test.
Oh God. That's still a 15.
Yeah, that 15 does it. Kind of hiding on the back corner of the platform, you see a big red button.
Don't touch that. Don't. Please don't hit that.
But our friends.
Yeah. But
Then we'll have a new pet that'll eat
us.
But I want a pet.
But it'll eat you.
Yeah.
Too bad our
What?
person with poisonous berries is frozen and can't chuck a whole bunch of them into the dinosaur's mouth before we push the red button.
The dinosaur is the new familiar.
You can grab him out of my bag, but you
Yeah,
might
you could
first
grab him out of his bag. Yeah, it's
Oh,
right there
no.
on his side.
This is how we get a TPK as we all
It's not even a TPK, it's just a T.
Chained together in stasis. That's how
The stasis conga line.
yeah.
Imagine
So
the
I
next
feel-
adventure to discover that.
I think we have two options here. There's us trying to be very smart and get them off the platform without touching them,
Hasn't worked so far.
or we can go with my favorite classic, which is hit the button and we immediately jump that monster.
I think I like that idea.
Catch you later, Oak. Thanks for swinging by.
I do have like one potential dumb idea. Like for Joe's character, maybe we can just throw something at his hand where it's touching and see if we can break the contact.
We can try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could at least set Granola free.
Wait, what are we trying to do?
Just
Throw-
take something and throw it at like where
Throw a
Joe
rock at him.
Durand.
Oh,
We
okay.
can just
Okay.
break the connection between the two of them, maybe by moving his hand slightly or something. Like take a chunk of ice and just
Yeah. Whoever wants to do it just has to give me an agility test that's going to beat Granola's AC.
Someone who's not me should probably do that with my -1 agility.
Someone
But
who
it's your
doesn't have
plan.
-4 to all checks.
Okay.
I think it has to be you. Ooh.
Oh, snap.
Oh, there
So
we go.
Pitchfork grabs a dead fish and chucks it and just slaps
Are you-
Granola right in the face, and it just sticks right to Granola's face. As Dart grabs another dead fish off the ground and just whips it hard right at Granola's hand, breaking contact. All of a sudden, Granola, you collapse back as this fish just slaps you in the face and falls off.
Awesome.
I run over, pick up the fish, hit him again, and say, "Don't touch him."
What happened? Was my
Instantaneous
consciousness interrupted?
Yeah, it was instantaneous. You touched, and then there was fish.
Hey guys, I think this pedestal spawns fish if you touch it.
No, man, it's been like half an hour.
Free food.
I hit him with the fish again, and I tell him, "No, it froze you."
Oh, that makes more sense.
So now
So
what?
I use this fish. I hit him again with the fish to knock you out of the freezing. So
it was important to use the fish. Very, very scientific.
So there's a lizard dinosaur thing also on the pedestal. How big is that?
Huge.
Oh,
One of you
God.
could easily fit in its mouth.
One of us probably will easily fit in its mouth.
Yeah, we don't want to hit that red button.
Probably no
So-
way of rescuing him without touching the button, is there?
I mean, throw another fish at him.
So, okay, what is the position he's in?
Durin had just climbed up there and was in the process of standing up with a finger out to poke this creature.
He's fully on the platform.
Yeah.
I slap him with the fish, I'm not making contact with my hand, but just with the fish, do I freeze again?
Yes.
Okay. I'm thinking of it now.
I'm frozen with the fish again.
All right. I was going to cast force manipulation, and maybe I can use the platform to lift them off.
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
Since I won't specifically be touching them.
Yeah, Dart, you throw another fish, but it just slaps Durin right on the backside and just sticks there. 16,
Okay.
nice.
That's good enough for what I need.
You form a magical platform underneath Durin, and as soon as you lift him up, just like an inch, all of a sudden Durin kind of snaps to. The fish goes limp. Granola kind of finishes his fishy swing.
Why do I have fish ass?
This is all part of the platform. Gonna just continue that.
The part of the plan form.
All right. I did a smart thing, guys, on accident.
Damn, I really wanted to press the button.
No.
You guys
There's a
suck.
button to press?
No, there's no button. I misspoke.
Is there anything else in this room other than giant lizard that we don't want to fight? Dinosaur, maybe?
Yeah, looking around. There's some paintings on the wall, bunch of dead fish. Looks like they came out of these glass tanks along the one side of the wall. These statues. And this other tube.
Tube.
Yeah.
I'll walk over and touch the indent.
As you're moving up, you can see the indent, the interior of this indent, where the other ones were the same colors as the wall. This one is golden on the interior of the indent. And as you touch it, nothing happens.
We have the wrong disc thing.
Gonna need something in gold.
So I guess we'll look around the room and see if there's anything fun in it.
Yeah, really, it's some fish, some paintings, some statues, and a dinosaur on a platform.
Nothing cool with the statues then.
Not really. You look up and one looks like a man sitting on a pile of books, head resting on his hand. You can see another one like this lady who's missing her arms. The other one's a statue like this naked dude reaching out.
Gotta touch the statue. Touching.
Nothing happens.
All right. Good job, us.
Parnell with a fish.
What do you do?
Hit Parnell with a fish.
You do. Dan, you've been fished.
I've been fit.
I wasn't sure that it was gonna.
Turns only last for like 10 seconds, don't they?
Yeah. And it's probably about now that Tyler, you can drop that -4.
Oh, all right, sweet.
So now what? There were.
I guess.
Go up.
Yeah.
Guess we go up.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Yeah, you move back out to the square room, hop in a tube. It raises you to the top. Same thing, another door with this bronze square in the center. You touch it, it opens up, and you kind of empty out into this hallway, maybe 40 feet long. As you look towards the left, you can see there's a door with a indent next to it, and if you look towards the right, you can see there's a door with another indent, but this is one of the ones with the gold on the interior of the indent.
It's almost like something's telling us to go that way.
I will go to the door that I know that I can open.
And you open the door. Looking inside, it's a brightly lit chamber. Walls are decorated with these large black rectangles, and the floor is covered with a very plush carpet. There's a handful of very nice looking furniture setting around, forming kind of like a cozy little sitting area. At the far end of this room is an elevated space, accessible by a short flight of stairs going up to it. And in this area is a large bed draped with shiny, rumpled dressings. And besides the bed are several odd metal devices, one of them being a 3-foot diameter metal sphere with its underbelly is studded with like all these weird spikes and protrusions. And it just kind of hangs in the air at the foot of the bed. And as you kind of like you're taking it in, you can see that it's slowly spinning in it where its place where it's floating. And then it begins gliding towards all of you with its many spines kind of gleaming in the glow of the light panels above.
Stay back, spiky ball thing.
Spiky ball thing doesn't listen to you.
Are we at a door?
Yeah, door just opened. Yeah, looking into a new room.
You close the door?
Door closes.
I'm not. I'm just asking. I'm like testing. I'm not closing
the door,
it yet.
when the door opens, it just slides to the side completely. Think like Star Trek doors.
Can we slide it to where like, there's a crack where it can't really see us, but I can see it?
It's open or close.
These doors and their rigid rules.
Yeah.
Binary doors.
But yeah, you put your hand on the thing and the door closes.
Did the thing make any noise as it drifted towards us?
None.
Well,
Did we hear it hit the door or anything?
No.
Exterminate.
We like really quickly open the door. Does it seem like it's farther away or closer?
Darn, are you going to open the door?
I'll open the door.
You open the door and you can see the thing has almost reached the door. Touch the... Yeah, it's right just a handful of feet from you.
I'm going to take an attack at it with my longsword and try to make it a shove attack.
Oh. Okay. Otherwise, I was going to see if it even attack.
I was going to just reach out with the pitchfork and not attack it, but kind of just...
It sounds like this is initiative time.
It does.
I suppose so. It's not openly hostile to us. Never mind. Let's see the picture of it.
Where's the picture? Oh, yeah.
It's not necessarily hostile to us yet, but it looks terrifying.
Fuck is my initiative?
If you just go to the little fist tab.
No. I always roll high. That's all.
Okay. Oh God, I got a 0 on initiative.
Hey, ironically, I got the 8 I said I would get eventually, guys.
Sven, you actually get to act first.
Sweet. Yeah, I think I want to try and push it back as
Okay.
well.
Are you full on attacking to push it back or just trying to push it back?
I would like to use my weapon to attack.
Okay. So yeah, you're just
And
full
as
on
a
attacking
deed,
with the
yeah.
pushback deed. Sure.
Nope.
Okay. Give me your attack then. That's a miss. Durant.
All right. Am I able to attack with this disc on my hand?
Yeah.
With 2 weapons?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I will move in and go Fefe and Denmarker.
Ooh, that was
That's
almost
a
a
nope.
1. That's a no.
That's no.
That is
Good.
also a no. Granola.
I mean, I don't really want
Alright.
to get close to either, so.
Apparently, I'm only good at fighting ice bears.
3.
What are you doing with your deed?
I'm trying to shove it
Sure.
as well. And
That's a miss.
dang it. Would a 12 be a hit?
No.
Would a 13 be a hit?
No.
Okay. I miss.
Dart, you're up.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack.
Sure. No.
We are not meant to hit this thing.
Pitchfork.
Nope.
I just wanted to kind of just push my pitchfork out in front of us and see if it kind of like kept it from approaching us.
Okay.
Like if it's just listlessly drifting towards us.
Sure. You can hold your pitchfork up and just maintain it there to see if it moves around your pitchfork.
Brilliant idea, guys. I know.
Mark.
Still going to go with my plan
Sure.
because I expect I'm just going to miss.
Deed die
Well,
does
at
not
least,
pop off.
At least the pushback won't happen. Neither will the attack.
You all missed.
Ow.
As this
Bad.
thing moves around the pitchfork and closes right into Sven.
Of course it does.
Oh no.
Okay. Sven, what's your hit die?
D12.
Oh,
Sven, you heal 7 points.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Ben, are you okay? Oh, you're fine.
I'm glad we can't hit it.
Sven, it's your turn.
What does it look like when it's trying to heal him?
Just
Now I don't
these
think I want to attack it.
pokey spines just jutted and just stabbed into him.
I
What did you
feel
just say,
like
Tyler?
I don't know it's healing him.
It's up to him to tell us.
I'm gonna tell everybody, hey, it healed me some HP,
Okay.
and then I'm not gonna attack it. Yeah.
I feel like
Durin,
I need to make an intelligence test or something.
you can. Why don't you
I'm
go
gonna
ahead
move
and make an
past it.
intelligence test, Joe? Yeah,
Move into the room.
Yeah.
sure. Everyone lose their fleeting luck. And yeah, you move into the room, no problem there, Durand.
Okay.
Granola.
I don't think it's healing him.
Okay.
I don't trust it.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it.
You
Okay.
don't trust me either. Okay.
No, it's probes in you. It's mind controlling you.
Your D
Okay.
die does pop off. What are you doing with that?
I'm trying to like shove it into the wall.
Okay. So yeah, just pushing it.
Trying to get it like far enough away that the little probes will detach from him. There we go. That's rolling. Oh, I was only supposed to roll it the first time.
That's all right. 18 is going to hit for 7 damage as you push it back.
Sweet.
Dart. As Sven said, don't attack it. It healed me. And Granola says, I don't believe you, and attacked it.
Much as I hate agreeing with him, I think Sven is telling the truth.
Okay.
As long as I don't see any other threat, I'm backing down.
Sure. Pitchfork.
I'm kind of enjoying just watching what's happening here. So
Okay.
carry on, YouTube, maybe.
Mark.
Yeah, I think I'll just stand at the ready just in case it tries to do anything weird.
Okay. Who else is down hit points?
I am.
Of course.
One person we didn't need it to be.
Oh.
Okay. It entirely misses. And it'll get a -2 on its next attack. Pretty much, Granola, what are you going to do? That's the question. Everyone else is standing down. It just tried to
If it would
poke
have hit
you.
me and healed me, I would have trusted it.
So, Sven.
Is anyone going to try to stop me, like physically, from attacking it?
I'm not.
No.
I mean, I'll just verbally say, like, I don't think it's bad.
Come on, man. It's just trying to help.
I'm basically looting the room, so I'm just tossing
Yeah,
it.
I kind of agree with you there. It's like, let's go steal stuff.
Yeah. Hey there, lollygaggers. Thanks for the raid. The party just came across a little robot that's trying to heal them. And Joe's character, Granola, doesn't believe it and is fighting the robot that is actively healed people.
Yep.
And they're telling him not to. It's a lot of fun. So we're just going to skip to Granola. Granola, what are you going to do?
I'm going to make another intelligence test on Sven to see if he does look better or not.
Sure.
And if he doesn't,
No, he doesn't.
yeah, this thing's a threat, guys.
Go ahead and attack.
Telling you, man, it's not a
That was
threat.
that intelligence would have been my turn.
Yeah.
For the
Okay.
So it'll get another
Doesn't seem
turn
to
then.
be concerned with me tossing the room.
Yeah, I kind of want to just go ahead and start looting.
We'll get there. That would be a 4.
Look at how it lets us pass by and doesn't attack us.
Because it's
Granola,
lashing out at me.
it's your turn again.
I'm just good at dodging.
You deserve it.
Joe, what are you doing, man? It's your turn again.
He's going to destroy the most useful thing in this entire building.
It's
I really don't want to, but I think Granola doesn't like it.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. I'm the weakest member of the party. It came up to me and poked me with things, and I'm still here. What do you think it did to me?
Should have killed him like immediately on contact. Let's be
It
real.
really should have. Can I try a persuade?
Sure.
I have
Give me
no
a personality
personality.
test.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Joe, you're going to give me an intelligence test.
Okay.
Keep rolling your regular old.
Yes.
You failed.
There we go.
Eventually, Sven, you convince Granola to stand down. And when you do, Granola, this thing moves up to you and it pokes you, and you get to heal a hit die.
Awesome.
Good robot.
So exciting.
I didn't destroy it. I only just partially damaged it.
So, it has enough healing ability in it to heal everyone 3 hit die. And after your hit points are full, You can use any hit die after that to heal stats that aren't permanently reduced. Looking at you, Sven.
Also,
So
I'm going to call it Eric.
what was it? You're calling it? Oh, you're cut out.
Calling it Eric.
So how would I recover my stats? Then?
Baron.
Die for it,
This is
or
how useful it is.
just take one at a time.
So yeah, you would have to take it one at a time. So you're down stamina and personality.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would just roll a hit die and then apply that to stamina. And then, well, roll a hit die, apply it to one of them, and then roll another hit die and then apply it. Were you at max health?
Yes, I was.
So then you can do 3 of your hit die.
Nice.
Okay. As the room begins to get searched. Yeah, looking around. There's a lot of these strange black windows on the walls. They don't do anything. But you move up to the platform, you realize this thing up here is a bed. And in the bed, there's this 7-foot tall, like withered by age and disease, like dead dude lying up there. Looks like he died painfully. But there is one of these little weird starfish things attached to his hand, and it's golden.
Oh,
With my other hand.
Okay, how do you get it
I'm
off?
going to try to
his-
stop him. Yeah, I'm going to try to stop him from doing that.
I
Because
just tried to grab it and pull it off my thing. Like,
If
no, Durin, don't.
we're gonna have to do an agility test for Durin. I'm sorry, an agility test for Mark and a reflex save for Durin. Whoever gets the higher wins.
Oh,
All right. Everyone lose their fleeting luck. And then Durin, yeah, you grab this thing with your other hand and you pull, and the like withered arm like kind of gives away a little bit, and all of a sudden this gold starfish thing like pivots around and attaches to your other hand.
he's got 2 of them now. Is there anything else fun in this room other than the robot and the metal disc?
No, not really, no.
Oh man.
These strange black windows don't seem to do anything. The, stuff on the bed, the blankets and stuff, it's all rotted with age and his body as it decomposed.
I think we can get in some new places now.
I bet you
True.
can.
I'm just glad it didn't rot you and destroy you here in this fun medical crazy place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as we're at time, we'll see what else happens next week.
Sweet.
Oh shit. Whew. That's a yawn. Anyway, yeah, that's where we'll wrap it. Anyone got anything they want to plug?
I guess, next week I've got my Savage Rifts game on Slices and Dices, twitch.tv Slices and Dices. We'll be coming back after a bit, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. For us, God, what a yawn. Oh, son of a bitch. Tomorrow night, Friday night, 9 p.m. Central, over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. Jeff's going to be running myself and the GMP crew through some heart. Sunday, over on twitch.tv/ yeah. I lost my train of thought. Steam, Steal, and Murder. Jake and I will be playing some Shadowrun on Sunday as Bert runs us through that. Monday, twitch.tv/Lollygaggers. Most of you came from there. I don't remember what game we're playing, Jeff, but I'll be there no matter what. And depending on what game it is, Joe and Dan might be there as well.
Should it be? Is it Holler?
I don't know.
I think it's Holler.
That's the one you
I
all
think
playing,
that's-
right?
Yeah.
I think next week is a busy week.
Okay. Well, then holler it is. More importantly, well, not more importantly, but something that I definitely want to highlight for all of you is this product right there. Put it in there. Drive Through RPG. I have an adventure out through Grim and Perilous Studios called The Kids Aren't All Right. We're working on getting print on demand. That'll be along here shortly. But if you just want the PDF, you can pick that up now. I wrote it. Let's see. Deanne Mandic, person who did all the Zweihander art, did the art inside. Ken did all the layout. It looks fantastic. Kay and Tag from Grim and Perilous did all the editing and dev editing on it. And you've seen this adventure played here because all of these people have played this adventure in some way before. So make money appear in my pocket by buying it.
Magic.
That's it.
Did we mention Thunder Rift on Wednesday?
I did not. I completely lost it. Next week, here on this channel, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central, we'll be back at Thunder Rift. Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Central, here on Defenders, we'll be back to Through the Hedgerows with our Watercolors and Warriors crew as they do some Tales from the Loop. And then, yeah, Friday, 10 p.m. Central, right here, back at this to see what's in the other rooms. That is exactly it. Yes. Yes.
I'm surprised Shut Up was considered filtered by...
Yeah, it blocks everything now, and I don't know why. It's silly.
We're not allowed to say anything that's not nice.
We're not. I just want to say mean things, and Twitch keeps stopping me. All right. Well,
Keeps
that's what
telling
we
you
got.
to shut up.
Yeah, right. I guess until we see you next time, throw snowballs, slap people with fishes, and buy my goddamn adventure. Deuces.